All right, welcome back to
Exactly.
League Race. We're back
Yeah, it
with
does. Every
TTML
helmet's got
round number
every helmet's got a damage
4.
on. This, yeah.
And heading into this one then, about 5 minutes before the race, I went to close the app to accept an invite to the lobby, to prevent the usual kind of glitching that goes on with this game. And my setups were missing, my helmets were missing, my everything. It was like I bought the game for the first time. So
They're all gone, yeah.
my emblem was gone. I redid that real quick. Um,
No, that's not a real
camera settings change, wheel settings change, HUD settings changed. All the things I spend a lot of time trying to fix. 5 minutes before this league race, it is all out the window. Everything. So I knew the helmets were gone because that was the first thing that tipped me off, and so I used the Daniel Ricciardo helmet that was in Podium Pass this time round. So oh dear, but yeah. So needless to say, my head is not really in the right place. I'm trying to scramble. I'm trying to scramble as best as I can. But it's just going to be qualifying at this stage now. It isn't even about getting it as high as possible. It's just about getting everything ready for the race if I can. So, this is when I realised then the wheel settings are not where I have them, and feel is very important to me. How the wheel feels, the feedback, the saturation, the rotation of the wheel.
Yeah, right in 10 minutes.
All these things. I set this up meticulously at the beginning of each game, and I don't I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Like I don't take a screenshot or anything because I assume you don't need to, right? So all this I'm just kind of like, this is right maybe, because why wouldn't Earth would I need to redo these? And then I've got my wheel it's a Ferrari add-on to a T300 essentially, or whatever. I think it's a 310. I think it's actually 300 Thrustmaster, and I've got things the button layout is so much different than any of my other wheels because it's very different from that point of view. So I remember what they feel like. So if I go on the track, I know instinctively what button to press for DRS or overtake, etc. But in the garage right now, I don't remember any of this. It's like, oh, I think it's this one, and I think it's this one. But when I'm on the track, it comes naturally to me. So I do it without thinking. So, and I haven't thought about it per se. So I try and set that up, as best I can. And yeah, so it's just a mess. Honestly, I can't my game is corrupted once. Even when the game corrupted, this is the digital version, by the way. This is not the disc version. It's not here's the helmet, here's the HUD and the map. I can't believe this. You can't change the map here. Look at this mini map bollocks on the left hand side. I can't see who's coming on the lap. I don't know who's coming. We're 12 minutes left in qualifying. I don't know who's coming on a lap and who's not on a lap. So the mini map is absolutely useless because it's absolutely I don't know who's on a lap. I don't know who's coming. So I just pull over to the side here. It's like shit. This lap was just it was just a write off. I had to pull over. I can't see. I think if I didn't have Sway to guide me with cars who were coming and cars that weren't coming, I don't know what I would have done because it's you can't look at that. You could barely see. By the time you see something coming on that map, it's almost too late. So getting out of the way is really, really difficult. Of course, I don't know who's on a flying lap and who's not on a flying lap. So, anywho, what was I? I was saying something beforehand. So I'm just trying. So I'm sorry if you were caught up in this. By the way, it wasn't my intention to distract you. I'm scrambling. I'm absolutely scrambling. Oh yeah, I was saying my game. Even do you remember my game corrupted at the F4 finale? At least when I reinstalled the game, I had all my stuff, all my helmets, my settings, etc. All of that is gone. It's gone. Anyways, I got back into the pits eventually. I changed my camera a little bit. I'll change it again before we're set and done here. I backed off at the end here just to not get in the top 10. So what even was my quickest time? I honestly don't know. Was it I can't remember what it was. I think it was I actually can't remember what my quickest lap was. No idea. But anyways, where we are in qualifying, it's 14th. But again, I debated during this, when the shit was going out, I debated if I should I even bother racing? Should I is it safer for me not to do so? I feel like the steering and such mostly felt what it was, but and the wheel weight, so to speak. So I don't know. Anyways, trying to get into the mind frame here. There's rain at the last two tiles, so I was like, I'll go hards. Honestly, a good result is no longer like I'm not even thinking. Like I'm just thinking, I just need to get to the flag and get through this situation. Like that was honestly my mindset at this point. Like where I finished, it didn't even matter to me in many ways. I just wanted to get to the flag and just do as best as I can. But honestly, like that's where my head was at. Like I'm very scattered brain at this point because like it's just there's a lot of shit to try and sort out. So I eventually got my other camera. Or the TV offset and straighten that somewhat. But away we go. It's going to be a long stint on this one, but we'll try as best we can. So my camera settings aren't what they should be, but anyways, like I'm super distracted. Like I'm super distracted. So we'll try and settle in as best as we can. But it's tough. In this moment, I can tell you, like my mind, like I don't know. Like I wasn't really in the zone at lap one. Eventually you get into a flow as you do with all tracks, but anyways, I almost ran to the back of Dylan there. I wanted to try and get him up towards turn 4 here. I will say the setup was honestly very good. I felt very comfortable with the setup. I don't think I got a single track warning as well this race. I don't think anyway. We're going to get Wesker on the outside. He's got damage. I should have got a warning for that. I don't know how I didn't. But yeah, these hards pretty rough to start at least, but we'll hope that with pit stops and rain, and who knows when the rain might actually show up, that maybe something will happen. Lap 4, Yogi was on mediums, and he's already like I just let him go here. Honestly, like in my mind, I don't need to be holding up people here. So I honestly just let that one go. So yeah, I just didn't want really to worry about a car behind. I'm just still trying to find my way with the steering and all that good stuff. Lap 12. Janne here has tried to extend the softs a lot longer than they should have. He was many seconds up the road. Imad has pitted. Many people have pitted as well. You see Carl Spray coming into the pits as well. I want to try and switch back on Janne there, but I couldn't. I made contact there. This wasn't viable. See Imad trying to press behind as well. I'm trying to find a way to press Janne in front and get an overtake coming out of a decent traction zone, because his tyres are dead. They are dead. And so heading up to, I was hoping maybe coming out of turn 4 around turn 5 heading into turn 6 chicane, maybe something would work. I can see how much traction we gain, but I just can't. It's just this track is hard to overtake sometimes, and like I'm dying. Like I'm absolutely dying. See Juan Rojo there in 9th. He was like 4 or 5 seconds behind not too long ago. So I'm trying. But I knew, look, next DRS zone, I'll definitely get him. I was having a little look here, but I didn't want to go for the overtake. But when you're on old tires, your car just does not stop. So I sent him a message afterwards. I did not intend to overtake him there, but I had to get the hell out of Dodge because his tires just would not slow down. So I didn't mean to hit him. I didn't want to go for the overtake there. It wasn't even in my intentions, but yeah. I've been there. Like when you're on old tires, your stopping distance is greatly compromised. An absolute dive bomb there from Juan Rojo. If I was on better tires, that would have been the easiest switchback ever. But he has just pitted, and I'm not too interested in getting in losing time with Carl Spray. So honestly, he goes. That's fine. And let him continue his pursuit. So there we go. So yeah, that's for the few people in the pits. Then Janne. Janne's afterwards his tires were dead. So that was all good. We cleared that. Sway, my teammate's going to go for the move here. Stay left hand side. Don't really fight that. He's on mediums. So Rain, I believe, is still about 10 minutes away or so. At least from what I remember at this point, anyway. We've had a relatively free running in terms of safety cars and stuff. Lap 23, you see, it's a lot darker now, and this is where if I had a little bit more pace, I feel like I could have done a little bit more. Like my hards are old. Like if I had, if this was a different strategy, then if we weren't coming for inters soon, then obviously it would be a different story. It'd be on mediums by this point, or maybe softs. But so I don't have a ton to fight with at this stage. I started losing a bit of time. Ipulaboy came over a little bit there, but nothing really worth noting. I have Merck behind me and then Paulie then too. So like I want to fight that position because these are all positions like we're going to be close to these guys when we all come into the pits at roughly the same time with the intermediate tire. However, I decided to let Merck go into turn 2. I went extra wide to basically just again I didn't want to have a situation similar to maybe what myself and Janne happened, so I just went wide there to let him have that. I do believe stuff like that, what comes around goes around. When I don't fight hard in certain situations, I feel like people do remember that going forward as well. In situations where they're compromised or where they have a wing or something or a tyre advantage. I do believe that stuff, you know, what goes around comes around. Legende's on softs, again, early into the brakes there. Like, he's on much better tyres. He's got the inside line. Again, just early on the brakes, just let him go. Again, I do believe in building kind of good rapport with these kind of things, and I do think it does come back to benefit you in the end, if not even in the same race. Lap number 26. The rain is coming, but not hard enough yet. This was a bit of a dive from Paulie. I saw him coming, which is why I left the space. But he's going to have a little bit better tyres on the switchback. We would actually get back ahead of Paulie because he pitted later onto the intermediates than we did. So we would come out in front of him after the pit stops. Speaking of tyres deteriorated then quick enough. You got to, in these conditions, you had to use a judgment between what is the track and what is your 27 lap old hards, for example. So we got 27 laps on those. They would go most of the way, to be fair. Like, we're not even on 60%. There they are, like, so. Anyways, intermediate time is on. I felt like this was the time to do it, and this was the lap to do it. So we're going to come out in P13, it looks like. I'm not sure why. I think Yogi, there he is. He pitted on Inters there. So yeah, again, Inter pace isn't fantastic, and wet pace is not great. I thought my dry pace was solid enough now, to be fair, but just obviously didn't have the track position. Hipula Boy and Sloth came together there. Honestly, I need to get by Sloth. Yeah, I saw some questionable driving for sure at this one from him, from the short time that I was there. He's got Paulie and Wesker behind, you can see as well. I thought perhaps I could get the move done on Sloth, but again, just the heavier the rain gets, I feel like I struggle a little bit more. My diff is all the way down to 50 now, just to prevent a little bit more wheel spin as best as I can. But again, it's all about keeping the car on the track, which means it's short. I'm upshifting maybe shorter than I need to, but it's just to get on the power sooner. But I don't know how much time I actually lose as a result. But it's just stability at the end of the day. I was hoping I could get a good run off of this corner, but big loss of back end there, and it's going to invite Paulie to go for a move. Again, he was quite far back, and well, he made the corner, to be fair. A bit of a little of a squeeze off track, nothing massive there. So he gets through. So yeah, like, you're going to see how costly this was. This really, I feel a little annoyed how costly this move actually was. And you're going to see pretty soon, because heading up towards turn number 4, a safety car is deployed. Now, I debate whether to come into the pits or not, but no, just quick consultations, like, yeah, track position, it would be better. However, this safety car did not stay out. It only stayed out one lap, and the grid didn't even catch. I'm not sure why Wesker tried to come by there. I was trying to stick to the Delta. We almost caught up. Almost. Costly, though, the safety car. I know it was lap 34, but I don't know. I feel like we should have had at least one lap. I feel like it should have come out. Should have stayed out another lap, but anyways, that was quite costly because there's a lot of penalties in front, and I couldn't, like, we were pushing. I was put, like, we got to notice quite early, of course, the safety car coming in that lap, so everyone was pushing a race pace, basically trying to catch up. Still wasn't enough. Last lap, then I lost a bit of time. Sloth got away with one there, that safety car for sure. Coming across the line, I thought I was going to make up a load of positions here. I made up nothing. Paulie ended up finishing 5th. You know what I mean? There's difference between 5th and 9th. Like, was that move really? And being a few seconds closer to the safety car when it came in so soon. So disappointing. Look, I guess it's a win in the sense that, considering everything that happened before the race, you know, I think that's a decent result. And the pace was quite good. but having had that race unfold and Paulie finish fifth, I feel like that was that could have easily been myself finishing fifth or sixth. Anywho, here's the standings. 10th place seems about right for the season we've had so far. I just can't catch a break this season between people's damages or getting involved with other people's accidents, resetting of setups and shit and settings. I don't know. I feel like it hasn't. I feel like it's. I wish it hasn't gone according to plan. I wish it had gone a little better. Still time for things to turn around a little bit. Yes, of course, Baku. There was the whole turn 8 stuff. So my teammate's having a good season so far, though, and Williams are having a good season as well. Third in the standings, putting pressure on Alfa Romeo in second. Not a million miles away from McLaren as well. So look, that's not going too badly, to be fair. We can get a top 3 result here easily, I think, in the constructors if things go well. But I just need things to go well. I've just been a little bit unlucky this season so far. So. Anywho, that's going to do it for number 4 of TTML F3. Next up, I believe, is Zandvoort. Yes, should be fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.